Love is blind, but the red flags are in 4K. We're one bad text away from crashing out in a probation violation. Welcome to Kinda Unhinged. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup video, and we are on season 7, episode 8, and this is the season finale. So we begin this episode with Ayesha heading to Alabama to visit Mikhail for the first time. And on her way, he calls her on video and he tells her that his daughters are also going to be coming to the visit. And she's a little bit bummed out by this because this is her first time meeting him in person. So she wanted it to just be him and her for at least her first time visiting. So when she arrives, she meets his daughters before going in. And she's like, your dad told me so many things about both of you guys. It's so great to finally meet you. What did he tell you guys about me? And they were like, I mean, he didn't tell us much. He just told us that he was talking to somebody. And they told the producers that they were also upset because they didn't know that she was going to be at the visitation. They thought it was just going to be them spending time with their dad. So they didn't like the fact that they had to share it with Ayesha. And honestly, I'm not even sure why he had them all coming on the same date. So then we see Kaylee preparing to go pick up Michael. And of course, she's super excited, but it's also her son's birthday. So she's a little bit conflicted about taking time away from him to go pick up Michael. But she goes anyway. And when she gets there, Michael calls her. And he's like, do you want the good news or the bad news? She's like, what? What's the bad news? And he was like, well, you didn't get approved to drive me to the halfway house. I have to go by cab. And she's like, what? I took time away from my son to come here and pick you up, and now I can't take you. And he was like, well, I mean, I don't know what to do about it. You know, they changed stuff last minute. It's not my fault. And she's like, well, I'll just follow the cab and meet you at the halfway house so I can at least give you a hug before you go inside. And he's like, all right. So then we pick back up with Goddess outside of the prison, and she's on the phone with Demond, and he tells her that his date has been pushed back. And of course, she's bummed out about it, and she's like, well, I don't think I'm going to try to come back and do in-person visits anymore. I'm just going to do them on the phone. Like, this is my last time because it's too much. And he's like, what? He's like, I just told you my date got pushed back, and the first thing you're saying is, I'm not coming to visit you anymore. Like, you're supposed to be more supportive than that. Like, why would you say that? And then she apologizes and says that she'll try again next week. So then we get a scene with Emily, and she is visibly upset, and she tells us that she received a Snapchat from an employee at the prison that Justin was located at that said that Justin was no longer alive, and apparently it was a self-unaliving. And obviously she's very upset with this news. She's talking to her mom about it, and she just can't wrap her head around it because she said that they were in a good place when this happened. Like, yeah, the last scene that we seen with her was her getting into it with his exes, but they had made up and they were in a good place. And her mom said to the producers that Emily's life is going to be much simpler without Justin in it. And I hate to agree, but I agree. But rest in peace to Justin. That is extremely sad. And I hate that for him and his family. So then we see Monique, and we find out why she was only in her visit for 10 minutes because apparently her shirt was see-through. So she had to change her shirt, and she went back in and had her visit. And when she came back out, she was as giddy as can be. I mean, she was so in love. She's like, yeah, I had to like put my arms up to hug him because he's so tall. And then he wrapped his arms around me and he's so big and muscular. Like, she was in love, okay? She's talking about she can't wait to have his baby. She wants to have all of his babies. I mean, she is over the moon. She said this is the best first date she's been on in a long time. So when she gets back home, he calls her and thanks her for coming to visit him. And he told her the next time to come back with no panties on. I don't know why, because I mean, how you gonna know? She could tell you anything. You're not gonna know. And just like Monique, Ayesha was over the moon with her visit that she had with Mikhail. And she said that he looked exactly how she imagined that he would look. And she said the only thing that she regrets is that he didn't talk to her that much. And said that he was trying to put on some facade for his kids. And yeah, that doesn't surprise me because their first meeting definitely should not have been with his daughters. Because how can they connect? You don't want to take time away from his kids. So afterwards, her and his daughters go out to eat and they're talking. And she's like, I want to get this lawyer to help your dad because you know he's got life. And his daughters are like, he's got what? She's like, yeah, he's got life. He didn't tell you all that? And they were like, no, we never knew he had life. And they start crying. They're upset. And she's like, "Oh, I didn't know that you guys didn't know." She was like, "Well, he didn't tell me at first either." And I felt bad for his daughters in that moment because I know that was really tough to hear. And they were so nice to her and understanding. And I hope that for their sake, Mikhail can get out. Ayesha says she's prepared to pay the $4,000 to get this lawyer to get him out. And he said that he feels like he's going to be getting out soon. So then Damon calls Benita and tells her that he's actually going to be paroling to his mom's house and not her house. And she's like, "Why would you go to your mom's house if we're supposed to be together? We're supposed to be engaged." He's like, "Well, it shouldn't be about that. Like, I just want to get myself together. Like, I want to parole to my mom's house." Because the reality is, he wants him, Benita, and Goddess to all be a family together. And he hasn't figured out how he's going to convince them to be in this poly relationship with him. And they're coming back for Love After Lockup. So I can't wait to see how this unfolds. So we end the episode with Kaylee making it to the halfway house and being able to hug Michael before he goes inside the halfway house. And he's like, "I think we're going to be okay." And she's like, "I think so too." And they're also going to be back for Love After Lockup, which comes back in May. So we'll get to see what happens with them. So because it's the season finale, they give us an update with everyone. So Monique and Titus are still talking every day, and she can't wait for him to get out later this year. Ayesha is working with the lawyer to free Mikhail. And then I already told you that Kaylee and Michael and Demond and Benita and Goddess will all be coming back to Love After Lockup. Rich and Felicia will also be coming back for Love After Lockup, which comes back in May, and I will be covering that. So go ahead and subscribe if you're interested in that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
I'm not going to apologize to her. I'll tell you that right now.